Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Again, awesome news continues for Ukrainian massive counterattack that started in Liman area. So we are fencing from this side and I think it's just a matter of time, 1 week or even less, then Ukrainian army will encircle Russian soldiers in Liman. And as for today, just want to show you the timeline. So it was 2 days ago, it was yesterday by the way, and it is today. So little by little we are taking the ground. The blue area, as you can see, is confirmed Ukrainian taking territory. The gray area means that there could be some of the Russians. The general idea is to encircle Russian forces in this city by performing the counteroffensive from this direction, from Lurid Kadub that we already took, and also from Yampol. Yampol direction is not as successful as from the north. There is just one road that Russia uses to supply Liman city, and we're gonna cut this for Russia, and by doing so we'll encircle their army. Still, as for today, they have the way out to withdraw from this territory. My friends, before we continue with precise analysis of this situation, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor of today's video is Atlas VPN. Why do I think it's the best VPN on the market? First of all, it has the best price and product quality ratio. I signed up for the 3 years offer and I paid just $1.99 per month, and for that I got the best military encryption standard protocol available for VPNs. And because of the multiple devices support from a single account, I'm sure that my laptop, my iPad and my smartphone are well protected. And just recently, then I was sitting in a local cafe using the public Wi-Fi. I got the warning from Atlas VPN that someone tries to reach my YouTube channel and Google account. That is why I changed the password and immediately disconnected from that network. That security monitoring is not available for many VPNs, and luckily Atlas VPN got it. You may hear that English is not my native language, so I constantly studied. How I study, I just basically watch the Netflix series, and some of them are not available in my country. That is why I switch on the Atlas VPN to watch my favorite series. With Atlas VPN, you simply don't have any limits or any kind of restrictions. Atlas VPN may help you to avoid the price discrimination, so by changing your virtual location, you may purchase, for example, airline tickets with a great discount. Atlas VPN is blocking unknown ads, it restricts the government access to your accounts, and also you are unreachable for hackers. Awesome. Right now Atlas VPN is running a huge discount. It means that you can get a 3 years offer for just $1.99 per month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. This offer is time limited, so get your deal by clicking the link in the video description just below and join the club. Atlas VPN helps a lot to support my channel, and also I spend those funds to support Ukrainian people, so thank you Atlas VPN for sponsoring this video. The greatest success as for Ukrainian army that we were able to reach those water storages, or you may call them lakes. Still it's in gray area, but the fighting is continuous, and what is the gray for now turns blue as usual. So we cut Russian supplies from Liman all across Stavki, so they cannot use this road any longer. And as I told you, we're gonna go to Zorichne and Torske, which is very close already to the front line. Let's go and measure 7.5 kilometers, very close to the front lines, and we may use any kind of artillery systems to target Russian supplies. And Russia was able to build big defense lines in the city itself. That is why we cancelled the counteroffensive operation from Radio Gerodok, from this place across the Siversky Donets River just to the city, because it would lead to heavy losses from Ukrainian side. So our main goal is to go from Yampol over here to reach Zorichne, but it's very hard to do, my friends, because here we have also natural obstacles. I will go to the timeline again to show you the achievement of Ukrainian army is for today. So we took this ground, but here we have the river. And let's go and see it here more closer. It's tiny little, and I guess we already were able to cross that one. However, we have also some of the lakes, rivers again over here, so I guess it's quite hard for us to go all across those rivers. However, Torsk is here on this side of the river, the same side as Ukrainian army, and it would be awesome for Ukrainian army to cut supplies for the Russian army over here. This is the major hotspot for their group in Liman. That's the main goal for us. Let's move to the east to Crimea. We got the information before that Russian forces left that town. However, that information has not been confirmed, and what we see that town is under the Russian control. So I need to filter the information that I may provide to you. I still might tell you some sort of the misinformation because I got those from the open sources. I don't have any personal spies from either of the sides of conflict to approve or disapprove the information. That is why if I tell something wrong in later video, I say that I told something wrong. I think it's the way it should be, even though I'm Ukrainian from Ukraine, and still I try to give the real information that we see on the front lines. Here, no big movement so far. Just recently we got this part of the territory that colored in blue, and it's a great success from Ukrainian side because before we left Lysychansk, Severodonetsk and all of that area because of the Russian successful assault from Hirsk. Even though Russia is losing the ground over here, they continue to push in Donetsk area because it's political decision by Vladimir Putin himself, and what they're doing there is wasting their army because we were able to build big defense lines. Those are quite reliable and able to withstand Russian attacks. As for the Kharkiv region, Russia tried to create the defense line all across the Oskil water storage and river using the natural obstacle Oskil itself. But as you can see here, we were able to break through the defense line, and Russia started to use their aviation more frequently to stop our forces. We expected that. That is why they lost many of the airplanes and helicopters recently. The biggest problem for Ukrainian army is that we need to put the new supply lines into the area to provide the counteroffensive operation, and still Russia couldn't stop us. And if we take Liman and this area, there will be open road on the way to Svatove. I think Svatove is the main goal in this area, and I expect soon we're gonna free Kharkiv region from Russian occupiers. Next after Svatove, I think will be Starobilsk. Speaking about the south, recently no big change in Kherson region. However, Russia still got boiled in this territory, and they also fired towards Mykolaiv city itself. Today there were some of the civilians who lost their lives. There were on a bus stop or something. So Russia continued to use their barbarian tactics against our civilians. And tomorrow there will be a great speech of the Russian leader, and I guess he will frighten the world. He will threaten Ukraine with maybe even nuclear weapons. But literally, my friends, we don't have the way out. Even though Russia may use nukes here in Ukraine, I think we're gonna still fight for our land. They will never stop us. And our soldiers, our forces, our army is dispersed all across the front line. So there is no big spot of the Ukrainian army concentration that could be demolished by using nukes. And now let's go to some of the news and events. Great news from the Senate of United States of America. They approved the bill of $12.35 billion to be delivered to Ukraine. $7.8 billion will be spent for Ukrainian army and the rest to support Ukrainian economy. My friends from United States, thank you again for paying your taxes. You help us a lot. Again, United States officials say that there is no limit for Ukraine to use Western-made weapons against Russian bases in Crimea. Today it was a great speech from President Zelensky. So here is the memorial to Dagestan and Chechen cultural leader. It is in Kiev, and we do respect all of the cultures including Dagestan and Chechnya culture, we know that those people may fight against the Russian regime. Those countries were captured by Russia and forcibly were put to Russian Federation. And now Russia wants to mobilize those people against the free country of Ukraine. And also Russia wants to mobilize those people who live in Ukraine, in Kherson, Zaporizhia, Lugansk and Donetsk. And Russia already sent around 3,000 men from Crimea. Most of them are Crimean Tatars, the national minority that is usually in opposition to Kremlin leader. And that is how Russia wants to get rid of those nations. Our intelligence service say that the possibility of Russia to use tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine is great. Those are the famous Russian bloggers, and what they did, they left Russia, I think, to Georgia. They were spotted near to the border of Russia. NATO officially stated that the damage to the gas pipeline of the Nord Stream 1 and 2 was because of sabotage. Who performed that sabotage officially, we don't know, and it may lead to total loss of the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 because the saltwater is already inside those pipes, and that may lead to corrosion. Bad news from United States. Remember yesterday I told you about 18 HIMARS systems that's gonna be delivered to Ukraine. Well, today we got the information that it may take many months for those systems to be delivered to Ukraine because United States doesn't want to send their own systems. They want to develop them and send to Ukraine. This is the hurricane in Florida, United States. Guys, take care there and stay safe. Quite interesting notice came from one of the opposition leaders of Belarus. So Pavel Latsushka said that from their information sources, what kind of the sources we don't know, the self-proclaimed president of Belarus, Lukashenko, agreed to deploy 120,000 Russian soldiers in Belarusian soil. So probably they are preparing for one more try to take Kiev. And they say that Lukashenko is preparing for a full-scale war. Yet I don't have the confirmation of that information because I don't know the sources of those reports. What I may say that Ukraine is preparing for that scenario. That is why we are putting defense lines on the north part of our country, and Russia would need more than 1 million troops to occupy Kiev. My friends, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine. Don't forget to press the like because it helps a lot to my channel. Also, don't forget to check out the link for Atlas VPN. It's the awesome product and I'm really proud that they're sponsoring my videos. My friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.